Hi, it's Mel from Movement and You Fitness Coaching. This month's April Falls Prevention Month, and it's really important for everyone, not just people who are older, because if we don't use our balance skills, we lose them no matter what age we are. So that means if you don't do things like play a sport, whether it be recreational or competitive, or do functional training at the gym, or go to fitness classes in a facility, you're not using those skills in the brain that develop and keep your balance working for you, which means it deteriorates over time. Hence, puts us, all of us, at risk of falling. So it does get worse as we get older, but we can work with it. It's something that we can regain. So for Falls Prevention Month, every week for the next 4 weeks, I'm going to post 2 exercises a week, which will progressively get harder. And the idea is you will not replace the previous week's exercises with that current week. You need to keep doing all of them because it's something that we need to work at. 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity exercise that combine functional training to stimulate those balance components. So these exercises are just a small snippet of what we should all be doing each day, about 30 minutes it breaks down to. So for the first week, we've got very basic exercises if you have exercised before, I should say. So if you have exercised, stick with it. Wait for each week's next harder group of exercises to come out. We will get to it, but we need to start at the beginning for those who haven't been doing anything. So first 2 exercises, here we go. It's called a sit to stand. Very basic, but focus on the technique. So the first component is your setup. Make sure you're on a chair with no back because I do not want you using a back to stabilize. This is where we start engaging our core muscles, which are our muscles through our trunk that help to hold us upright. For this component, we sit up nice and straight. We make sure the feet are nicely tucked under the knees at a 90-degree angle. That means it forms the shape of an L when it's bent. From here, we make sure our knees and feet are shoulder width apart. So do not have them narrow and do not have them too wide. From here, we can use our muscles evenly and all of the muscles can contribute to the movement upwards, which means we can access everything to help us get into a standing position easier. So hands are going to hang down by your side. We're going to breathe in, helps us to straighten up. We're going to hinge at the hip. So if you come around to the side and have a look at the motion I'm going to make from my hip joint, this happens from my hip joint, not through my chest region. It's called bobbing duck. So it's a simple hinging movement back and forth. So with my arms hanging, I'm going to hinge forward and push up while keeping those knees and feet tracking outward. Do not let your knees or feet dip in. Keep them tracking outward. Here we go again. Hinge forward and up. Now you might need to do this a little bit faster, but in the second week, I want you to slow that movement down so you really use all of your muscles. Stand up to a straight, tall position and then sit all the way back down. Standing to a straight, tall position. Don't lock your knees out. Softly bend those knees. Gently squeeze the bottom muscles. Gently, not as hard as you can, just a gentle squeeze to support the pelvis and activate those core muscles. Then we go back down and off we go again. All right, that's your sit to stand. You're going to do 2 lots of 10 of those. First exercise. Exercise number 2 for week 1, wall push-ups. Don't panic, push-ups, it's okay. They're there for 2 reasons. They're going to, once again, get those core muscles functioning to support the body through movement and stimulate that balance component. When you come to your wall, I want you to line your arm up out straight and you're going to stand your arm's length away from the wall, fingertips touching. That's your start position. From there, I want you to bring those feet close together. Now, if you haven't exercised for a while, just bringing those feet close together is going to stimulate your balance working already, not to mention those core muscles. As we get both hands on the wall, make sure you gently squeeze those bottom muscles on. Your knees are not locked, they're just softly bent. Your hands are at your chest height and shoulder width apart. Palms are flat to the wall. And from here, you're going to breathe in and breathe out. Just till the arms are softly bent. Don't lock your elbows. Softly bend. Don't lock the elbows. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now, once again, you're going to do 10 of these for 2 sets. Keeping that body in a nice plank. Think of a long Malibu surfboard. Nice, straight, flat surfboard. That's how your body is going to look. Softly squeezing the bottom muscles, just softly, not as hard as you can, and softly bent knees, not locked. That's week 1's first 2 exercises. Practice them every day. It's only going to take you 5 minutes. Takes longer to make a cup of coffee, I bet you. So every day for the first week, then when you introduce the second lot, we'll go to the new numbers. So 2 lots of 10 of each of those exercises. Good luck for your first week. Hey, leave a comment. Let me know how you're going with it. Or if you have a question because something's not quite working, send me a question through the comments below. Have a great week. See you next week.